Hello? Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 24th of March. So today I want to start analysis with the chart on our screen. This is WTI. This is the other name for oil. So you remember what we said yesterday? We mentioned that we are supposed to be looking for a buy because we had price above our indicator. With the price was above the blue line here, this lower blue line. And then we had a level here where we said that as long as the price was held above it, that could have given us the correct place to look for a buy from. So instead of price continuing to the upper side, it declined massively to the lower side. And as we're speaking now, you can see the price is technically below the two trend lines. I mean, below the indicators, below the buffers of the indicators, and is also below a very significant support level. So while we continue to see price rallying below the two lines, the two supportive trend line which was broken yesterday, then that means we are now expecting a move to the lower side. The price may likely continue much lower. Basically, we're looking for the case where the price should continue down at least up to this point, up to around 53.96. So as long as the price is held below these two lines, the lines which you have here, 59.34, we do expect a possible sell position. We expect the price to sell off at least up to 53.95. So you're on this chart now. Keep looking for more buy positions. Keep looking for more buy orders. Keep looking for more sell orders, expecting price to continue down at least up to this point, 53.93. So on the other side, if the price should break out above the two green lines, then that will mean somehow we may see price continue to the upside at least up to this level. This was our target yesterday. We had our target there, and then we had this as a good place to buy from. Somehow the price successfully closed below it. So if we see another rise beyond 59.34 and a close above that level, then that should give us an ideal place where we want to look for a buy from, at least up to 66.77. So in case the price goes up and even closes beyond 66.77, then that too is a good place where you want to keep looking for a buy from. We expect price to continue ultimately to the upper side up to around this point. So overall 74.15 is the place where we do expect price to go up to, and in case the price breaks and closes beyond that level, then that will be another place where you want to continue buying from. So the next chart which I'd like us to look at is SP500. SP500 is upwards. There's a lot of bullish biasness. The price is continuing to the upper side. The price is very much bullish to the upper side. So despite the fact that the previous week's candle was actually a sell candle, we are still upwards. I don't recommend a sell on this chart. Instead, I recommend that we look for things that are showing us that the price is going to continue to the upside. Like in this case, if we have that red candle, then the red candle which you had for the previous week is actually just a pullback. It's the beginning of a pullback. So expect price to pull back at least up to this point, around 36.94.9, so that you pick a buy position from that point. We're expecting that buy to take us even higher. But as it is now, look at this formation where we have a big red candle, there is a small indecision candle, and then there's a big green candle. So what this green candle means is that we are still upwards. We are still upwards. We are still upwards, and we expect price to break beyond this level here, 39.89.6. So if the price breaks above this point, we want to see a pullback before we can continue to the upper side. So our next symbol is Brent oil. So Brent oil, I want to draw some levels on the 1 hour chart. Brent oil. So look at this chart. When you have it like this, it may look like it does not make any sense, but if you begin to draw your lines on it, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm saying. There's something significant happening on this chart. So the first line which I'm going to draw is this. Look at how perfect this support was. We had a support here, we had a support, we had a support, we had a support, we had a support, we had a support. Then there's this breakout. The price pulled back to the same place but could not break above it. So while the price remains below this point, 62.43, that remains to be a good place to look for a sell from. So technically, we just want to see what happens. We want to see if the price comes back up to that point, then that will be an ideal place where we want to look for a trade from. We want to look for a sell position from. So this is a good place. We also have another place here. This is like this is not a place as such. It's just that it's a good, it's some shape. Not happening. Sorry, that's not a good one. We have this. Then we also have this. And then we have that. Then we have this. So this is like some shapes in between. Then we have this level here. And then we have another level here. Another level here. Then we have another level here. So as long as the price does not go beyond 62.43, then that is a good place to look for a sell from. If the price does not clearly break and close above that level, then that will be a good place where we want to look for a sell from. And in case of a breakout, in case the price breaks above that level, the next level is 64.73, and the next level is 66.64, then the next level is 69.61. These are some of the places where if the price can come back up to, then they're going to give us the correct places to look for a sell from. So our next symbol, which I'd like us to look at, I want us to look at gold. So gold too, there's something significant because gold appears to be consolidating. You may not be able to see it when you have it like this, but if you draw your levels, you'll see exactly whatever I'm saying. So we have that, and then you also have this. You can see from this date here, from around 15th of March, the price has remained. The price has remained above, within the range. The price is within a very good range. So this is the place where if the price can come back nicely up to around 1723.91, then this should be an ideal place to look for a buy from. And in case the price goes up to this point, 1744.45, then this too is going to be a very good place where we'd like to look for a sell from. So we basically we are trading reversals. If the price comes to this point, we'll be looking for a sell, and if the price gets to the lower trend line, the lower line, this one, then we'll be looking for a buy. And in case the price descends below 1723.91, then that will mean we are continuing much lower, at least up to this point, up to around 1701.20. And then on the upper side, we do have this as a target. So if the price breaks beyond 1744.45, then this will mean we are continuing upwards, at least up to 1754.57. If it goes beyond this level, then that will mean we are continuing even higher. So the next chart which I'd like us to look at, I want us to look at Euro USD or GBP USD. So I'm also going to draw some levels here other than just the lines which are automatic. Other than the ones which we can see without any effort, I do have a level here. This is another good one. So the line which I've drawn now is a possible indication that the price may likely continue to the lower side. We do have some support here. We do have some support. We do have some support. We do have some support. There is a break below this trend line. So while the price remains below this trend line, we expect a continuation much lower. We do expect price to continue down and should eventually break beyond this point. So expect a breakout below 1.1834. If the price breaks below this point, then this will be a clear sign that now we are continuing even lower. But as it is now, we want to see some pullback, at least up to this trend line. This will give us the ideal place where we want to look for a sell from. So we do have other horizontal levels, like we have a level here. This is a very good horizontal level, horizontal resistance level. And then you also have another one here. So in case the price comes to any of these levels, then those are going to give us the correct places to look for a trade from. We want to see a sell from this trend line, and we want to see a sell from this trend line, and we want to see a sell from this trend line, and we also want to see a sell below 1.1834. If the price closes beyond this level, below it, then that will mean we are now continuing to the lower side. So our next chart of interest is GBP USD. Our GBP USD, we have a sell. We are in a downtrend, but there are some levels which looks interesting if the price can pull back up to them. First, we have this here. This is a very good support level here. We have a support, we have a support, we have some support here, and then there was this breakout. So as we are speaking now, the price is below 1.3810 and 1.3797. So the idea in this case is to wait for price to pull back up to the same place, then pick a sell position from that point. We are expecting that sell to take us at least up to this point. So basically we are into a sell. All we want to happen now is for price to pull back at least up to this point so that we can pick a sell position. We are expecting that sell to take us up to 1.3705. We also have a level here. This is a very good resistance level here. It was used as a resistance for some times. Now you can see that the price used this place as a resistance. It was a resistance, it was a resistance, it was a resistance, and it was a resistance. That's just in the recent past. So if the price fails to bounce off from 1.38 to the lower side, the next best place we want to sell it from is 1.4002. A break beyond this point will mean we are continuing up at least up to 1.4196. So our next symbol which we want to look at, I want us to look at USDJPY. So even before I load it, remember yesterday we were actually looking for a sell on it. We said that there's a very good resistance trend line on the monthly chart, where if the price can successfully come back up to, then that will be the ideal place where we'd like to look for a sell from. As it is now, we may see some momentum to the upside. I'll draw it here. So if you look at this chart from the weekly point of view, look at this level here. This is some good trend line. We have this. So this is like a good resistance, like a triangular formation. You can see how it looks. So we have some support, we have a support, we have a support, we have a support, we have a resistance, we have a support. So this here, this trend line is going to be a very good place where if the price can come back up to, then it will give us a very good place to look for a sell from. So we're basically just waiting to see what happens. We want to see price come back, at least try touching this trend line so that we can pick a sell position from that point. We're expecting that sell to take price up to around 104.74. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's analysis. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. So thank you. See you.